What's going on, everybody? This is Ted with tfwebworks.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can keep your website updated quickly and easily using the new script PHP from simplephpscripts.com. All right, folks, so we got our website up, and we know for a fact, everybody should know this, that we need to keep fresh content constantly on our website. I don't care if it's every day, once a week, twice a week, once a month. When you start getting into the once a month, that's kind of bad, but you need to update your website as much as you can to keep, visitors wanting to visit your website. Because let's say you got your website built in 2010. If the same information in 2018 is on your website that it was in 2010, well, why would anybody need to go to it anymore? I mean, if I seen it in 2011, then hey, I got everything I need to get, and you haven't updated it since then, why would anybody want to go to it? If the newspaper kept coming out with the same information in the newspaper, you probably never pick it up. So we need to keep fresh content on our website. And with the news script by Simple PHP, you're going to be able to do that. So some of you may ask, well, what's the difference between a news and a blog? Well, in my opinion, I feel like the news should only pertain to your website. Whatever the subject of your website is, that's what the news should be about. Whereas a blog, well, you can blog about anything. So for instance, let's say you're a plumber. Well, you're a plumber, but you could blog about carpentry. You could blog about a weekend vacation. You could blog about a project that you worked on at your house. You could blog about taking your kids to the zoo. But that same plumber, if you're going to put news on his website, well, that news should be about plumbing. You see what I'm saying? Even if it's just something about a new pipe fitting that's coming out, or maybe even he could even use it kind of like an event, an upcoming event. Well, hey, I'm going to be at Dick's Sporting Goods on Saturday, and I'm going to be giving free fix your kitchen sink tutorials. That's news. It's got to pertain, I feel like it should pertain to your business or your service or your product or whatever the subject of your website is. That's what the news should be about. So with the news script, you're going to be able to do that. And here I already have some sample content on here, but let's go ahead and take a look at the admin panel. And here's that same sample content that you've seen. I got 4 posts on here. So with the news, you're going to be able to create categories. You can come up with whatever you want. See, I got an events, and then I got company updates. And that may be where you want to stop, but just know that you do have the ability to create categories. You can call it whatever you want. But once again, I would try to keep the news pertaining to my site. And all you're going to do when you're ready, once you got your categories created, you want to come over here and then you want to click on Create News. You most all the time want to keep this published unless you want to hide it until a certain day. Let's say it's Monday. And you want to go ahead and type all your news up. So you could hide it, and then come on Friday when you're ready for it to show, you could just publish it. That's a pretty neat feature. So right here is where we're gonna select one of those categories that we created. Gonna select company updates, and then you just want to create a clever and creative title that'll make anybody that's coming to your website that sees it'll kind of like draw them in and make them want to click. So I'm just going to type create a clever title. Now this summary right here, this is where you can kind of like give a brief description of what you're going to type right here. I wish this had a cutoff, but because you can't get carried away, but just know that you don't need to type too much right here. Just type something brief. So I'm going to grab some dummy text, come over here, and see, this is what I'm talking about. See, you really shouldn't be allowed to post this much in a summary. So hopefully the developer will come up with some kind of cutoff limit right here to where maybe you just type 100 characters and that's it. But this is where you want to be able to type as much as you want in the main content area. Then you can come down here and you can choose an image if you like to represent that news post. You can even caption that image, but I'm not going to caption it. And this is where you can choose where you want that image to show in relation to this text. So to the left, that image will be to the left of this text. To the right, to the top, and to the bottom. So I'm just going to keep it to the left. And this kind of gives you some sizing abilities for that image, but you probably don't want to get too carried away with this. I'm going to keep mine on 320. And then this publish date, once again, I believe it can control when this post will show up on the website. So as you can see right now, it's February the 20th, and it's around 11 o'clock for me. If you don't want this to show until a certain time, well, you can click this, and let's just say you want it to show on Friday. You can select that, and then it'll show at 11 o'clock on Friday. But I'm going to actually put a day behind because I want this to show right now, and I don't want it to conflict or be limited. So we have our post created. Let's just go ahead and create news. And here's our brand new news post, as you can see with the title, Create a Clever Title. So let's go to our news website and refresh the page. And, I don't know why, but the image didn't show. Let's yeah, for some reason that image didn't show. Maybe it was 1300 pixels. Maybe it was too big. Let's try something else. Let's see if I got anything smaller. All of these are pretty high quality images, so they're gonna be big. Just go find another image. Choose SpongeBob. He should work. Update the news. Go back. Refresh. And there we have it. So yeah, I keep everything raw and uncut because I want you guys to be able to see if it's a mistake, if it's a bug, if it's a problem. I want you to be able to see that right here when I'm doing it, and then we can all try to work to get it fixed. So here's our new post. As you can see, this is that summary text. It doesn't give you everything. Kind of, like I said, if you were really creating a post, you want to type something real clever and attractive right here, make somebody, want to click on this and read it, but I'm just doing this for the sake of this demo. And you want to have a nice, picture. If the average person sees SpongeBob, they want to click on it and read it, So, and this is how it will be to the left of the text, just like we selected. It could be to the right, it could be on top of it, and it could be below it. So those are the options, which I think is a pretty neat feature too. And another good thing about this is it does have a light box effect. So you click on this, you get a larger version of that image in a light box. So that's our news post. Once again, just as with all of the scripts, I won't go into this, but you do have options. Number of news per page. So as you can see, let's go back. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can have 5 more news posts on this page before you'll get what's called a pagination, and it'll be like some numbers down here at the bottom, page 1, page 2, page 3, and each one of those pages will have 10 posts. As of right now, as you can see, all I have is 5, but that's what this does. I'll go ahead and, matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and make it 3 so you can kind of see what that does. So since I have 5 posts and I'm going to make this 3, it should give me a page 2. Let me refresh the page, and there you can see there's my 3 posts that we set it to, and now we have another page that would begin another 3 posts. And see, if you got a 3rd post right here, it would make a page 3. So that's how that works. But you want to kind of keep it to where it depends on the layout of your website as well. And I'm gonna keep it on 10, or maybe let's refresh this. You see how my page basically is a vertical page, and you see how the content in the left sidebar stops right here. So maybe I would make this 1, 2, 3, 4. I would make this 4 posts instead of that 10, because that would kind of match up with the layout of my website. So you want to kind of keep those things in mind whenever you know you can have a lot of content. And this is like an option to show the search box. This is the title and the summary, or the full news, or only the titles. So let's see what that does. Only the titles. And if I refresh, now you can see it doesn't show an image, it doesn't show that summary text, it just shows you links. And this could come in handy in certain places, you know. But I kind of like the title and the summary. And then once again, this is showing if we want to show the search box, show the drop down with categories. Sometimes I like to remove this because I don't want my categories to show the news on the date published. I have that to no, but if this was selected to yes, that's when that calendar would come into effect that we seen when I was actually creating the post. You can set it for Friday, and if this is set to yes, then it will not post until Friday. So here's that search box. So let's see if we were to search for audience. It pulls up the one that had that word in it. So the search engine is pretty accurate, pretty powerful feature right there. And here go the drop down categories, and you could select to hide this and it wouldn't show there. So we only have one post in our events. And so yeah, that's pretty much the news script by simplephpscripts.com. And once you're ready to put this on your website, you would come into this put it on web page. And I prefer to use the PHP version, but you can use the iframe. And you would go into your actual code of your web page, and just simple copy and paste. This would be your like title and description tags. You would put this up in the head part of your website, and this would be the actual news post that you put into your code. So as you can see, I have this in the head area, and this is going to show like your title of the page, and it'll show the search engines any kind of description for that page. And then if you scroll down, this is the section where I chose to put that news.